Alright, so we're on our way to this new listing that I just picked up, and it's on Covel Road here on the kind of central to southwest side of San Antonio. It is 84 acres of commercial land with full mineral rights available, 100% mineral rights. And what's interesting about this property is that they have the infrastructure there for a full service oil company. I mean, literally, there's like 25 pumps, I think 26, 27 wells. They got the pumps running, and I mean, it's literally, for the right person to go out here, I mean, you can make a killing. Now, there's not just a giant oil reservoir, from what I understand. If you go deeper, you could find that, but they're basically just kind of hidden on the surface of the well. I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, turn that sucker around and take a look at where we're at. Okay. Energy Recovery. TC Resources is the name of this place. And so let's check it out. This is where we're headed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably unlock this and then drive us down there. So you just sit tight. Okay, so TC Resources, we're here right across the way from the Covel landfill. A lot of infrastructure here. We got trucks, we got trailers, we got all sorts of crap, tanks, etc. out here. All of it's tractors. I mean, all of it will convey with the property. And one of the coolest things about this property is you got Meadow Creek that runs right through. It's real beautiful out here as well. So there's a bunch of cattle out here too. I think there's like 8 cows. They've got a couple of goats. And so this is some of the equipment here. You've got tanks, trucks, and you know, definitely a lot of these are going to need service. So, trucks, all these going to convey. A couple even old school cars here. Got this little, I was thinking we could restore this thing right here, you know? Restore that bad boy. But all these other things, man, I mean, gonna need some work. I think this is the only truck that runs well. I think all the others need a lot of work. I know you gotta be real careful in here. Fucking wasps and God knows what else in here. Alright. Hey, turn this shit on for me and start fucking oil started coming out, dude. Yeah, get some pictures of it. Yeah, it's fucking oil, alright. See all these like underground piping here? They all lead up to, here, follow me. Covel Road property. The great thing about this property for somebody that wants to get into the oil and gas industry, I mean, it's set up and ready to go. I mean, you got these tanks right here. You've got 26 wells with pumps on them that are pumping oil into these tanks. And once a month or once a week, depending on how much you maintenance it, you have somebody come by and pull the oil out and go and sell it on the market. And right now, I mean, oil's only going for like $35, $40 a barrel. So these people haven't seen it in their best interest to continue doing this. But if the right person were to come along and get this place operating, you can make quite a bit of money, especially once oil goes back up, which it will. So this is, you know, fully functional tanks that hold the oil that is produced by this property, these 84 acres of mineral rights. Okay, and great thing about this property too is it's completely unrestricted. So let's say you want to come out here and develop it. You can actually build houses out here. There's a couple of really big developments right around here. One of them is Solana Ridge, which is less than half a mile away. Now the downside is you got the dump right across the street, so not many people want to live next door to the waste. But I mean, you've got tons of potential. You could turn this place into a hunting lease. All kinds of deer, wild hogs. You got fucking pheasant and dove. I mean, all sorts of great hunting out here. At nighttime, I mean, there's just deer everywhere. You got a river that runs right through the center of the property, so you got a lot of wildlife and animals that come here to drink. And so you could set this up as a hunting lease, pump oil in your part-time so it pays for itself, lease it out the other part of the time, and maybe at one point even develop it once they move that landfill, or once they figure out what they're going to do with it. Or you could develop it from the other side here, you know, because it's beautiful out here. You got this amazing river that runs right through the center of the property in Medio Creek. Never dries, always stays running. Look at this beautiful river right here. Take a look at it, man. Should point the camera over there. I mean, you got fishing out here. You've got all sorts of fun stuff you could do over here. Canoeing, rafting. Hey, look at this fish right here. Look at the size of that thing. That's like a 3-pound catfish fish. Look at it. You see it? You didn't see it, dude. That was like a giant, like freaking 3 to 5 pounder. $1.7 million gets you 84 acres, gets you all the mineral rights, the trucks, the infrastructure, the pumps, the wells, the tanks, the pipes, everything. The whole kit and caboodle for $1.7 million. The owners would be willing to let the land go and retain the mineral rights and let it go for around 1.2 to 1.3 million. Basically around 15,000 an acre. And of course they want closer to $20,000 an acre for all the mineral rights. And they've got the oil worked out, but there's natural gas out here. There's all sorts of shit out here. And so you can make a killing on the minerals for this land. And one of the greatest things about it is we're inside San Antonio city limits right now. So you're not having to drive all the way out to the country to get it. And I mean, just think what you could do with that river right there. Did you get some video of this river?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you could do fishing, you could do tubing, you could do canoeing, you could have your own little water park you set up here. Lakefront or riverfront property. And this runs through the entire 84 acres. So I mean, you got the whole deal here. And I mean, as far as hunting goes, you could not beat this for hunting. I mean, you come out here and you could catch all sorts of stuff. And I mean, you got a big piece of land, 84 acres to hunt on. I mean, it goes way back there. And you don't really have much around you here either. I mean, the neighbors, they got one house far off that way. They got another house way off that way. I mean, the potential for this land is just, it's incredible. You can do so much with it. So, 1.7, mineral rights, trucks, infrastructure. I mean, you get everything for 1.7 million. 1.3, we'll talk about getting you the land and full rights to the land, but no mineral rights. And of course, everything is negotiable, so send us your best offer. But if this were me, and trust me, when I first came out here, I was thinking about running to the accountant and seeing how much it would cost me to get this place. But for me, if you're a person that, you know, speculative anyway right now, pick this land up, use the land for whatever you wanted to, and then when oil goes back up to $100 a barrel, come out here and get you a couple crews out here and start pumping that oil out of the ground. and start making a killing. This land could pay itself off within a couple years if you utilize it to its max potential. That's the thing about it too. I mean, these things got to be maintained. They've got to be, used correctly. The reason there's cows and livestock here on the property is because we're working with an ag exemption, so the taxes are extremely low. And you maintain the cows, maintain the goats, and you get to keep that. Watch, big cow turd right there, man. Watch out for that. Let's walk this way, see if we can find one of the cows. These cows are really beautiful, man. They got a guy that comes out here and feeds them, and make sure they're doing okay. But this land is 100% agricultural exempt because of these animals, and obviously you want to keep it that way so you don't end up spending a ton of money on taxes. But we're gonna walk down here and see if we can't find a couple of cows to take a picture. So this is one of the horses on the property. Let's give him a name. You want to?
Whitey.
Whitey? How about old Betsy? Yeah. Come here. You want to name him Whitey? What about Betsy? Yeah. Still got a little bit of life in him. I could jump and go for a little ride right now.
Yep.
The star of our show. Yeah. Isn't that a good looking animal right there?
Yep, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it? So Betsy conveys with the property. Matter of fact, I might keep old Betsy for myself. Or Whitey. Whitey, we call him Whitey or Betsy? Oh, Whitey. So they hang out here, man. You can tell they need a little bit of love and tender loving care themselves.
Right.
We got some cows out here, some horses. Got a couple of goats running around too, if you can find them. Watch out for that little cabrito. So get some shots of this riverbank here. I mean, this is beautiful, man. This is what it's all about right here. You can tell this is one of old Whitey's favorite spots to pull up and get a drink. Sometimes you get the real wild horses, Mustangs. Those can get a little aggressive. So this is it, man. 84 acres of Texas paradise. Already set up with the well. Already set up with your tanks and your pumps. Already set up with your horses, cows, goats. You got a little bit of everything out here. And I mean, as far as uniqueness goes, you're not going to find a property like this here in San Antonio city limits quite like this, I mean, you may find something like this out in the country a little bit, but very rarely can you find something with the infrastructure that this place has. I mean, it's already drilled, it's already performing. Which reminds me, you shut that gate, right?
Yeah.
We got old Whitey on the roof. That'll be bad. Another oil well over there. See if you can get a couple shots of that one. So when this guy put this all together, I mean, it was a while back before oil was really all the craze, You see now, like somebody's supposed to get a picture of that one. I dated him about 20 years ago. Oh, here's the cow. Let's go. Here's the cow, brother.
Cow.
Here's the cow. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's Mama over there. You see her? You see Mama cow?
Mm-hmm.
There's some goats, some billy goats running around as well. And the whole reason the guy had these animals out here is maintain that ag exemption. But to be honest, these animals, they look good, but you know, they need somebody out here to care for them, you know, and they kind of just running wild on this land. And that's another thing too. Whoever buys this property will want to, you know, invest in these animals a little bit and get them, you know, get them healthier and happier and a little bit more well taken care of, put it that way. But so much potential with this land. You got livestock, you've got oil, you've got a river, beautiful river runs through the center of it. You've got a close proximity to San Antonio. Well, what did it take us, 10 minutes to get here?
Mm-hmm.
Not even?
Yeah.
The far west side of San Antonio, where all the growth is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ton of development opportunity out here. I mean, heck, you could take 30 acres and develop it, and then keep the other 54 acres and pump oil out of it, or use it as some kind of, you know, fun, you know, you can do horseback riding out here. I mean, you can do whatever you want, really. Four-wheelers. Hey, well, you know what'd be a good idea? Put a paintball.
Oh, yeah.
A paintball battleground out here, huh? How cool would that be?
That'd be cool.
Be all fun and games till somebody gets bit by a rattlesnake, you know? But all fun and games till somebody gets taken down by a rattlesnake. Let's circle back around this way. So you're gonna see old Whitey. Sounds like a racist name, dude.
Why?
Whitey. That's my horse, Whitey. He's a mean cuss. I just love this river, man. Beautiful, dude. Yeah. I mean, if I bought this property, I'd build me a little deck. Probably I'd be fishing every day. I'd probably stock it up a little bit. I'd probably dam it, you know, so it'd create like a little pond or a lake.
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be cool.
You do a little dam and like make like a little lake. Oh, there is a pond on this property. It's way back there though. We'll definitely get bit by something if we go back there. But there is also a pond on this property as well. A nice big pond. It's almost like a lake. But to get to that, we're gonna need a four-wheeler. Oh, where'd our horses go, man? Guess we scared them off, huh? Poor guys. Bunch of city boys coming in, messing up their country life. So what do you think, Miguel?
I like it.
You wanna buy it?
Yep.
1.7, sir.
1.7. There's Whitey right there.
Cash or check? Oh, there's Whitey. Oh, get a picture of her in the flowers like that. You can get some still shots.